Hello everybody and welcome to Planetside 2. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to fly. I have just learned and it was a task, so I'm figuring there's people out there who are having issues with learning how to do this. If they want to learn how to do this, they can use this video to learn. Right now I'm in a Galaxy, which is a flying dropship or a gunship. It will carry a lot of people into battle, so this is one of the more important ships in turning the tides of a battle because players can spawn in the Galaxy as well as the Sunderer, which is the ground equivalent of the Galaxy. So yeah, let's get started. First I'm going to hit T to go back into the cockpit view. Now, the first thing I tried to do was just start going, and that's not the right thing to do. What you're going to want to do is get some elevation first, which is just the spacebar. Just hit the spacebar and you're going. Now, if with the Galaxy you can hover, so if you just hit the spacebar and don't do anything, you'll hover in your spot. Now, I'm going to explain some of the terms to aviation. There's your yaw, which turns you right with D and left with A. This is if you're just using a keyboard and mouse, by the way. If you're using a joystick, I'm not going to be able to help you because I don't use a joystick for flight. So D will turn the ship right, A will turn it left. Now that you have your yaw down, you're going to hit W to... W is accelerate, and S is decelerate. Now, there's two ways you can do this part. You can use your mouse to pitch up or pitch down, which will start you moving, by the way, if you look down or pitch down. So I'm just going to decelerate for now. Alright. Now's the tricky part. For your roll, you're going to turn it to the right, your mouse to the right, it'll start you moving again, but you're just going to start drifting to the right. And, of course, if you go to the left, you're going to start drifting left, the opposite way. Now, when you start pitching and using your yaw, you're going to start turning. It's good. Alright, so yeah, you're going to start turning. If you hold... It's really hard to stay in one place when you're doing this, by the way. So you're going to start turning. Now, if you want to turn fast, of course you're going to turn further to the left, like that. Now you're kind of flying, so you're going to want to get elevation, not hit any trees. And then you're going to, okay, so we're going to get up into the air now. And we're going to pretty much just practice it. I mean, when you're just flying, it's pretty easy to use this view. I wouldn't recommend it if you're like dogfighting or anything. Actually, it might be better for dogfighting. It's easier to see what's happening when you're doing this, too. So I'm using pitch and yaw, or not yaw, pitch and yaw. I'm using, I forget the term. Roll and yaw to turn left. You're going to want to keep using accelerate, or you're going to start falling. And as you're doing this, you're going to keep just gently tapping your pitch up so you don't fall out of the sky. And you're going to do the same thing the other way. You're going to turn, too far. You got to be careful that you don't turn too far to the left or you're going to just start falling out of the sky. Just like any other plane, or any large plane. This thing does not move very fast, as you can see. It is meant to be slow, and it is meant to just fly by, drop people off, get out, or just kind of circle the point you're trying to capture. Because, like I said, players can spawn on you, and it is good for if someone dies on the ground, they can spawn on you and then just drop right back into the fight. So now that we have that down, I'm going to teach you how to land. Landing is not very difficult, so you're going to just go over to the point where you want to land, decelerate, you'll see your flaps turn down, just like a pelican. And then you're just going to hit left control, and you'll start sinking back down to the ground. Spacebar is to gain altitude, control is to lose it. Now, normally you're going to be doing this a lot closer to the ground, so I'm going to get closer to the ground and start to land. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of flight. It's a lot of getting used to, and if you really want to learn it, I recommend going to the virtual reality room, which I am in, so you're not getting shot at, and you're not using your resources to spawn in planes if you do manage to crash. It's the best place to get your wings, learn how to fly. So I'm going to just get to the point where I want to. I'm not used to this view. I'm going to start decelerating. Try to find my point. I'm going to come back and try again. I need to get into this view to actually see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to try to land on the resupply point. And not land on this guy who is trying to learn how to fly his galaxy. And that's pretty much all there is to it, guys. I'll show you how to fly a Reaper or a Liberator next. Oh, I missed my point, so I'm just gonna get back up in the air a little bit. Ooh, come on. Hello. There we go. Get going this way. Dip a little bit. Get a little bit of speed. Come on. Decelerate, and then land. There you have it. Alright, so I'm going to hop out of here. As you can see, the ship is very large. And I'm going to get into a Liberator. Now, a Liberator is the same type of ship, just a smaller, faster version of the Galaxy. There you go. As you can see, it's smaller and it's a little quicker. It has more guns. Well, actually it has less guns, but it has stronger guns, and it is much better at combat, as the pilot can actually fire this. And you're gonna wanna just, it's the same thing as a Galaxy, really. It's just pitch, yaw. Once you get, or not pitch, roll, yaw. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually quite easy. And with this, you can stay in one position and just target. Much like a helicopter, really. And then you can get out of there. Now, normally you're going to have gunners. They'll be positioned on the bottom of the ship, the belly of the ship. As you can see, the gun there, and then the gun on the back to keep people off your tail. But yeah, this is the exact same, like, feel as the Galaxy. So this one, once you get the Galaxy down, this one will be pretty easy to fly. Or if you get this one down first, the Galaxy will be pretty simple to fly. It's going to be the same exact feel for landing. Now, I might land on my Galaxy. I don't know if it's still down there. I don't know if my Galaxy is still down. Don't want to land on it, so I'm just going to land here. And yeah, there you have it. The Liberator is much smaller, as you can see. I don't know if my Galaxy is still up there. No, it's not. Okay, so the Liberator is still small, or smaller. As you can see, there's a gunner seat up there, which controls the belly cannon, which is here. And then you have the back cannon. Or maybe that seat's, well, whatever, it doesn't really matter where the people sit. So I'm going to show you the Reaper next. The Reaper, now that one's a little different, as you can't hover, and it is much quicker than the other two. This is going to be your dogfighter. It's going to be taking out the quick ships of the other two factions. The Reaver, here we go. Now, as you can see, this is much smaller than both of the others, and you're going to fall out of the sky a lot quicker, as it is a smaller ship. Actually, wait a minute. You may be able to land this. Yes, you can. Okay, so you learn something new every day. So this ship as well can hover. It is much more agile than the other two, as you can see. So you're going to have to really be in control of what you're doing. And this one also has a special ability. If you hold shift, you're going to burn your afterburners, and you're going to start going really quickly. It does have a meter for the afterburner, which depletes and then recharges after a certain amount of time. So you're going to have to get acquainted with that. It's really for like if you're coming down in really quickly, it's best to use it to get back up to altitude, do a kind of strafing run, really. That's, well, at least that's what I use it for. And again, the controls are quite similar. It's just a little more agile than the other two, as you can see. Now, if I tried to do that in the Galaxy, I would probably not do so well. The guns on the Reaver aren't quite as good as they are on the, or there's not as many as there are on the Liberator or the and it is much tougher to land accurately. There we go. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. Now, there you have it. So, those are the three ships. The controls are pretty much the same for all three. So once you get the hang of flying one of them, you'll be pretty much able to fly anything you want. It depends on what your squad or outfit needs you to do. For my outfit, I fly the Galaxies into battle. And then I just drop people off and try to stay in the air as long as I can. Which sometimes is very hard because there is a lot of AA in this game. So, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And thank you for watching, guys. I wish you the best of luck in the air and happy hunting.